Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is video presentation of our project for Subject Control Engineering BDA 30703. The lecturer is Dr. Ram Huzaini bin Abdul Rahman, Section 7, and our group number is Group 12. There are a total of 5 chapters in this video presentation. The first chapter will be introduction, which will be presented by me, Abdul Shahmi Azri bin Abdul Rani. My matrix number is AD180084. First, the group organization of Group 12 consists of 5 members, and each member has their own roles. So the first one is Fakul Nur Najwan bin Ibrahim. He is the project leader of this group project, and Muhammad Firdaus bin Supadi is the engineer leader. And me, Abdul Shami Azri bin Abdul Rani, I am the Quality Control Engineer. Muhammad Lukman Hakim bin Zulkifli is the Engineer 1. And Muhammad Fakri bin Madrasah is the Engineer 2. Objective of this group project is to analyze and design a control system via manual calculation and verifying with software application that achieve the complex engineering problem CEP. The CEP should be presented by applying theory based on the natural science, numerical analysis, engineering knowledge, and engineering specialist knowledge. The software application that we use is MATLAB. The scope of this group project. So the group project covers the syllabus of control engineering, BDA 30703. This group project contains 5 chapters, which are Chapter 1, Introduction, Chapter 2, Literature Review, Chapter 3, Root Locus, Time and Frequency Response, Chapter 4, The Effect of P, PD, PID Controller, and Chapter 5, The Conclusion and Recommendation. This group project requires a group of 5 students to select and study a system that includes its basic components such as actuator, sensor, controller, by applying the knowledge in the BDA 30702 Control Engineering course.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Firdaus bin Supardi. My matric number is AD180176, and I'm going to talk about Chapter 2, Literature Review. Now, I'm going to talk about the open loop transfer functions of each component. So the transfer function is obtained by drawing the block diagram, and then from the block diagram, the equation is derived to form the transfer functions. So the transfer function is shown in the table, and the derivation is shown in the group project report. So this is the closed loop transfer functions of the system. So this transfer function is obtained by combining all the open loop transfer functions of each component. So the derivation is shown in the project report. So I will continue with chapter 3, which is root of key, time and frequency response. And I will be the first presenter, and my friend will continue my presentation later. Root locus can be solved manual or by using software. For manual method, it required 10 steps, and the result is shown in the slide. For MATLAB software, the MATLAB code is put into the software, and the result will be popped up as shown in the slide. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next, we move on to time response analysis. First of all is the transient response. So our system is first order system, hence manual calculation is not necessary. However, we use MATLAB to find the transient response. So as you can see here, we get the responses, which is the rise time, settling minimum, settling maximum, overshoot, undershoot, peak and peak time. Next is the stability analysis using the Roos table. So the denominator of open loop transfer function is as shown here, and we take the value and put it into the Roos table and to evaluate the stability of the system. And as you can see, there are 2 sign changes here, which is at S2 to S1 and S1 to S0. So the system is unstable. Next is the steady state error. Steady state error is the difference between the input and the output of a prescribed test input as t approaches to infinity. However, to evaluate the steady state error, we must make sure the system is stable first. Since our system is unstable, we are unable to evaluate the steady state error. And next is the time response using MATLAB. First of all is the unit step response. As you can see here, this is the unit step response of our system. Next is the unit ramp response. As you can see here, a straight line with a gradient of about 1. And last is the unit impulse response, as you can see here.
Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name is Fakun Najam bin Ibrahim. My matric number AD108200. Now I will continue for the frequency response. For the first is for the Nyquist plot. This consists for 4 steps, which is the first is polar plotted. Second, replace the transfer function with limit when r approaches to the infinity, and the theta between 90 until negative 90 degree. The third step for the inverse polar plotted, and the limit when integrate this or r equal to 0, and the theta between negative 90 until 90 degree. As we can see, this is for the Nyquist plotted diagram, and the direction is anti-clockwise. This consists of n, z, and p, and we can know from RSS the value is negative 2, and the system is unstable. Next, for the block plotted, this consists for 6 steps, which is the first, we write the transfer function in standard form, then replace s with the j omega. Next, identify the gain slope for the first line. Next, arrange all the frequency in the descending order and define the slope for each line. For the step 5, write the equation for the first plot, and the last step is draw the Bode plot diagram. As we can see, this is the Bode plotted diagram for the gain margin and phase margin, and when the phase margin is greater than gain margin, the system is stable. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, Dr. Ram Huzaini. My name is Muhammad Fikri. Today I will talk about a PID controller. Okay, first we go one by one of the control when the value of controller is increased. First is a proportional control. When the value is increased, the as time will decrease, overshoot will increase, settling time have a small change, and steady state error will be decreased. For integral control, the rise time will decrease, overshoot will increase, settling time will decrease, and the steady state error will be eliminated. Next, for derivative control, the rise time have a small change, the overshoot will decrease, the settling time will decrease, and the steady state error have a small change. Okay, next, for effect of the PID controller, this is a task for the project. First, proportional control, KP. The best possible value of proportional control gain faster response time to achieve steady state condition without any overshoot is Kp equal to 0.00000001. Start from minimum value to the maximum value before overshoot. Kd is equal to 0 and Ki equal to 0. Next, for proportional plus derivative control, the value of derivative gain which give response without overshoot is Kd is 0.00000001. And the settling time for the closed loop system is 11 seconds. Next, for proportional plus derivative control plus integral control. For this control, the task is just add integral control to the system and investigate the effect. And the effect is when we put value after a certain limit, increasing Ki will only increasing overshoot, and last increasing Ki reduce the rise time a little. That's all for me. Thank you.
Now we are going to the chapter 5 for the last chapter. Chapter 5 consists for the recommendation and conclusion. For the recommendation, use an online medium like WhatsApp, Medium, or Google Classroom to get in touch. As we know, this is due to the online learning, so we use online medium to get in touch. Next, by finding the right source on internet, indirect exposure on YouTube, and our lecture help a lot in giving exposure to the industry during the learning season. Lastly, watch a lot video and learn from YouTube how to use MATLAB software. For the conclusion, the first is our objective is achieved. Select the hydraulic jet jet vehicle, project to study. Next, we identify each transfer function for each component. Next, we know the effect of controller PDE, and we analyze the effect for hydraulic vessel jet, and it very useful in our industry later. Thank you.